Hi everyone, it's Gillian. Welcome to my channel and another crochet stitch tutorial. For today's tutorial, we're working on this very chunky headband. It is completely flat on the insides. This is a very simple 2-row repeat pattern and it works up very quickly. To make this headband, I am using Hobby Lobby's Yarn Bee. The color is Sand Dollar. And it's 80% acrylic and 20% polyamide, and it's a number 4 yarn. I'm also using a 5.5 millimeter hook. You're going to need a pair of scissors and a tapestry needle. Let's get started. To make this adult size headband, you're going to chain 66. To begin row 1, you're going to skip the first stitch and make a single crochet in the next stitch. And I'm going to do this from the back bump, and you can do that if you choose to, or you can just go into the front like you normally would. By going into the back bump, that's going to give it a nice edge when you finish. So you're going to make a single crochet into the first stitch. You're going to make a single crochet into the next stitch. And for row 1, you will make single crochet into every stitch until you get to the end of your row. Continue making single crochets and I'll meet you at the end. And that is the end of row 1. For row 2, you're going to chain 1 and turn. You're going to make a single crochet into the first stitch. You're going to make 1 single crochet into every stitch until you get to the end of the row. And that is the end of row 2. For row 3, you're going to repeat row 2, chain 1 and turn, and make a single crochet into the first stitch and 1 single crochet into every stitch until you get to the end of the row. And that is the end of row 3. For row 4, you're going to chain 3 and turn. The chain 3 counts as a double crochet now and throughout the pattern. You're going to make a double crochet into the next stitch. 1 double crochet into the next stitch. And for row 4, you will make a double crochet into every stitch until you get to the end of your row. And that is the end of row 4. For row 5, you're going to chain 1 and you're going to turn. You're going to make a single crochet into the first 10 stitches. 9, and 10. You're now going to be working into the third row, 2 rows below, and you're going to skip 10 single crochet stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And around the next single crochet stitch, which is right here, you're going to make a front post bobble stitch. To make a front post bobble, you're going to wrap your hook. You're going to go from front to back and around the single crochet stitch. You're going to pull up a loop. You have 3 loops on your hook. You're going to wrap your hook. You're going to go around the stitch. You have 5 loops on your hook. You're going to wrap your hook. You're going to go into the stitch one last time, 3 times. You now have 7 loops on your hook. You're going to wrap your hook and pull through 6 loops, wrap your hook and pull through 2. You can make your bobble stitch bigger if you choose to, depending on the size of your yarn. You're now going to skip 1 stitch in the back because that's being worked by the bobble stitch, and you're going to make a single crochet into the next 3 stitches. You're going to start your repeat by skipping 3 single crochet stitches, 1, 2, 3, and around the next single crochet stitch, which is right here, you're going to make a front post bobble stitch. Wrap your hook, go around the stitch, 1, 2, and 3. You have 7 loops on your hook. You're going to wrap your hook, and then you're going to pull through the last 2. You're always going to skip that 1 stitch in the back, and you're going to make a single crochet into the next 3. You're going to start your repeat again by skipping 3 single crochet stitches, 1, 2, 3, and around the next single crochet stitch, you're going to make a front post bobble. 1, 2, and 3. You're going to wrap your hook and pull through 6 loops and wrap your hook and pull through 2. Skipping 1 stitch in the back, make 1 single crochet into the next 3. And we're going to do a repeat one more time. You're going to skip 3 single crochet stitches, 1, 2, 3, and around the next single crochet stitch, a front post bobble stitch. 1, 2, and 3. With 7 loops on your hook, wrap your hook and pull through 6, wrap your hook and pull through 2. Always skipping 1 in the back, make a single crochet into the next 3. And you're going to continue with the sequence of stitches, and I will meet you at the end of the row. At the end of the row, you will have 11 stitches left. You're going to skip that 1 stitch because it's associated with that bobble that you just made. You now have 10 stitches left, and you're going to make 1 single crochet into each of those stitches. Eight, 9, and the 10th stitch is going to go into the top of the chain 3. And that is the end of row 5. For row 6, you're going to chain 3, and this chain 3 counts as a double crochet stitch now and throughout the pattern. You're going to make 1 double crochet into the next 9 stitches. You know, at the place where you created the bobble stitch in the front, and this is a skip stitch, you're going to make a double crochet into the stitch directly above it, not into the skip stitch. 1 double crochet into the next 3 stitches, and you add another bobble stitch again. Here is a skip stitch. Make 1 double crochet into the stitch above it, and this is going to be a repeat all the way to the end of the row. Keep making double crochets and I'll meet you at the end. And that is the end of row 6. For row 7, you're going to chain 1 and turn. You're going to make a single crochet into the next 10 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 10. You're now going to start your repeat by making a front post bobble around the front post bobble stitch. You're going to wrap your hook and you're going to go around the bobble stitch. You're going to pull up a loop 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Pull 6 loops off your hook, then 2. Skipping 1 stitch in the back, make a single crochet into the next 3. You're going to start your repeat again by making a front post bobble around the bobble stitch. Always making sure to skip 1 stitch in the back, make a single crochet into the next 3. Make a front post bobble around the bobble stitch. You're going to continue with those sequence of stitches and I will meet you at the end of the row. At the end of the row you will have 11 stitches left. You're going to skip the one in the back because it's associated with the bobble stitch that you just made, and you're going to make 1 single crochet into the last 10. 1, 2, 3, 9, and the last stitch goes into the top of the chain 3. 10. And that is the end of row 7. To continue with this pattern, you're going to repeat rows 6 and 7 until your headband is as wide as you would like it to be, and we'll meet back here. I repeated row 6 and 7 3 more times, and that brought me up to row 13, and I'm happy with the width of the headband. For row 14, we're going to chain 1 and turn. You're going to make a single crochet into every stitch until you get to the end of the row. And that is the end of row 14. For row 15, you're going to chain 1 and turn, and you're going to make 1 single crochet into each stitch all the way to the end of the row. And that is the end of row 15, and you're now going to fasten off. You're going to leave a long tail to sew in your end, to seam your headband together. And the next step, we're going to stitch the headband together. Okay, we're now going to stitch the headband together, and for this pattern there is a wrong side which is completely flat, and there is the right side. To stitch the headband together, we're going to put the right sides facing each other, the two short ends together like this, and we're going to fold the ends. I'm just going to put them in between each other this way. I'm just going to flip that around so that it's facing me and I have a better view. I'm just trying to get this as even as possible. And to give a much more pronounced twist in the front, you want to go down a bit instead of going into the very top edges. And that's going to give it a much more detailed twist in the front. I'm going to insert my hook, and I'm going to make sure to go through all 4 layers. And you're just going to be stitching back and forth. I'm just going to go back down one more time. And I'm just going to fasten off here. We're going to flip it over to see what it looks like. And there you have it. This is a pretty simple stitch, and this is a very chunky and warm headband. And that's it. So if you like this tutorial, please give it a like and share this, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next video.